Hey family, welcome again to another episode of Bacaleb Consultant, where we utilize the scriptures to help guide you and your business into sustainability and lasting success. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. As always, we give all glory to our God, Yahweh. Let's go. First, this topic will be facing giants in business, lessons from David. The funny thing is, a lot of businesses model Noah, model Solomon, and also model David, but this is not something that you're taught and to the general public or in business classes. The scripture we're dealing with today is 1 Samuel chapter 17, and we're going to do 45 through 47. Then said David to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. Yes, it is. The children of Israel today do have a God named Yahweh. Yes, 100% my God is Yahweh. So David' faith was so strong where it's like, whatever obstacles, whatever came at him, he was like, Yahweh's for me. If God Yahweh's for me, who can be against me? So he went and he fight. And that's how you have to be in business. If you know that you're strong in your faith and you're doing your diligence and you're working, who can be against you? And if people come up against you, you'll just see them crumble and fall. Some people may say, oh man, no, 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 don't say that. I said it. Yes. They will be cursed, they will be crumble, and they will fall. Every entrepreneur and leader will face giants, obstacles, competition, and financial hurdles or fear. It's given. It's given. Everyone will face it. Some people say they want success, but do you also know that a lot of people fear success? Do you know that a lot of people say they want wealth? They want to be financially free, but an obstacle come up and they, oh my gosh, I guess it wasn't for me. Wealth is for me. Success is for me. You have to think that wealth is for me. Success is for me. I'm successful because of those visions, the ideas that you have to implant in your mind. Obstacles, ah, see it as a test to get you to the next step. Competition, okay, so what? That's good. Competition keep you on your toes. Financial hurdles, don't worry about it. That makes you get stronger. Fear, no such thing. Remove it. Fear, your success is behind fear. So David shows us the pattern to defeat giants. He had vision, he had courage, he had strategy, and most of all, he had faith in Yahweh. With faith in Yahweh, you know it, you can see it. You see the vision, you're like, this is what I want, this is what's going to happen. So you're going to design a strategy and you have already built up the courage. And when you design a strategy, you're going to stick to it. And if you would need help, you can contact backcolabconsulting@gmail.com or consultant@batcolabconsulting.com. Vision beyond fear. Everyone else saw Goliath as undefeatable. Sometimes you'll see the competition as undefeatable. You will see like an obstacle as undefeatable. No, you have to see it as an opportunity for Yahweh's glory. You have to see it as, okay, I am going to prove that I can defeat this. As business, you have to see opportunities where others see impossibility. The giant problem may actually be your breakthrough. You have to see opportunity. Look at all the major people out there now that you look at and say, oh, these are the wealthy people of the world, the rich people of the world. Apple didn't start out like that. Jeff Bezos didn't start out like that. I remember how Facebook looked back in the days, and MySpace, and YouTube. You got to persevere. And you have to have courage to take action and have courage in action. David acted while others hesitated. Everyone will look at the competition and be scared. You have to go out there and do it. And guess what? You know what I love is when people laugh at me and I tell them something and they're like, ha, 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 ha. Oh gosh, man, that's impossible. I say, oh yeah, I love that. I'll think of like the wildest things or the wildest accomplishment. They're like, oh, that's impossible. Okay. And we make it happen. And I said, I love that you laughed. You have to have the courage to launch even when others doubt. It's what separates dreamers from doers. You have to be brave. You have to be brave. And if you don't know about courage and bravery, look those words up. There's synonyms within that, and take those synonyms and apply it to yourself. And in doing that, then you have to have strategy and preparation. David rejected Saul's armor. Remember, they were telling David, here's an armor to use. He used his sling and stones. The tools that he had practiced with, the tools that he knew were so he would be successful with. So don't fight with someone else's methods. Master the skills and resources that Yahweh has given you. See, sometimes you mess up when you try to be like someone else. It's not to say, well, if you see something that's going right for them, you don't do it. You can tweak it to what you're comfortable with because you'll try to scale up quick and you're not ready for it because you see someone else scaled. You say, oh, I'm going to do that too. No, you have to master your skills and your resources and use that. That will offer sustainability. You don't want to be like the hype business where it's like it was quick for a while and then it's died out. You don't want to be like the one hit wonder. And that's why I go over you practicing integrity in business. Then you have to learn how to delegate tasks. You got to have warriors on your team. David built a strong kingdom by trusting advisors, warriors, and leaders. See, it doesn't take away from you being boss, but what you do is all those people, you delegate tasks to them and you do follow-up meetings with them and you make sure it's done. You have to have deliverables. So David built a strong kingdom by trusting advisors, warriors, and leaders. You cannot fight every battle alone. You got to build a team that complements your vision. That's the only way you become a leader. David's greatness wasn't just in his personal courage and faith, but in his ability to trust, empower, and organize others. Remember, Absalom was one of his warriors. To build a sustainable business, you have to empower and organize others. They have to see your vision, they have to see your dream. A lot of the ones out there you see that are billionaires now or trillionaires, if you look, they had family members who believe in their dream and gave them loans. Okay, so what if I had got a loan of $10 million from my father? Okay, and what if I got $100 million loan from my father and I build it to $1 billion business? Okay, it was a loan that someone else believed in my vision, gave it to me, and I didn't disappoint. I went and multiply it. David had prophets like Nathan, counselors, and he had elders who gave him spiritual and strategic decision. Trust me, a lot of times you'll have people around you and they'll tell you things that are uncomfortable. But one of my thing I always say is business is never personal. Business is never personal. I've gone into a company and terminated most of the people because the company was closing down. They lost a contract, but it was not personal. Business is never personal. And doing consulting work with companies and leaders to shape them up, you have to be transparent. Business is never personal. And for someone who wants to do well, who want their business to be sustainable, who want to grow well, they will listen. Even when the truth is uncomfortable, they will listen because you have to have a sustainable business and a sustainable business model. That's what David did. Your advisors can be mentors, coaches, accountants, legal counselors, consultants. They bring outside perspective. They warn you of pitfalls and guide decisions so you don't act blindly. Because sometimes you're in your company, you're like, I've been doing this way for 5 years. And I look at you and say, okay, well, show me sustainability. Show me the results over the 5 years. Show me. Entrepreneurs who ignore wise counsel often fail. Those who seek it multiply strength, multiply wealth, and they just multiply and grow. And you can read that in Proverbs 11:14, where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Yahweh have a council of 420 elders around him. Now, it's not that he need their opinion, but you want to hear his perspective. Listen to what Moses, when he was going to destroy everyone that was coming out the wilderness, Moses had to talk him down. Moses was like, "Sir, but if you do it, they'll say that you couldn't sustain them while you take them out." And this is not verbatim, but it's in the scriptures. You couldn't sustain them out. That's why you killed them. And he's like, "Okay." And Moses just talk him down. Like, "Okay, sir, Abraham, plead with Yahweh. Well, sir, if you find 10, sir, if you find 50, sir, if you find 5, sir, because he knew that Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah. So you have to have mentors, coaches, accountants, and legal counsels. You have counsel because you will be so headstrong in one thing where this is it, that's that, and that can ruin your business. Get an outsider perspective. But your warriors got to be action oriented. They got to be able to execute your vision. David mighty men like Joab, Abishai, and the 30, they executed the vision and fought in the battlefield. They knew what David's vision was. He didn't swing every sword. David was a warrior and he would go out there with the people, but not all the time. He didn't swing every sword, but he empowered his warriors to defend and expand the kingdom. You have to give your people empowerment. If you're like, well, I'm the boss, you don't have to tell people you're the boss. They know it. But a boss, delegate, empower, entrust, and reassure. Those are just some of the few things. You have operations manager, you have sales team, you have marketers, you have project leaders, and you may say that you're not there yet. It's okay. You can start off with one person. You don't have to have 50 people on your team right now. You can have one operations manager, one sales team, one marketer, one person on the sales team, one marketer, and one project leader. You have to have people that fight the battles of daily business so you can focus on the vision. You need focus. You have to have the vision. Without warriors, a business owner burn out trying to do everything themselves. You trying to do everything alone. It's not going to work. Ecclesiastes 4:9 Ecclesiastes 4:9 tell you two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. Two are better than one. Read the scripture. Ecclesiastes 4:9. Read it. Leaders, team builders, and multipliers. If you just want to stay in making $200-300 a month, 2-3 thousand a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month, or just 40,000 a month, that's fine. You want to stay in that level, that's fine. But see, David raised captains of thousands and captains of hundreds, and you can read that in the scripture. He knew how to delegate authority to leaders who could govern people, make decisions, and carry responsibility. Its leadership structure created order, not chaos. If you just want to remain a mom and pop and don't grow, okay, that's fine. Then this video is not for you. Bakalev Consulting will take people from it just being them to doing a strategy and then taking them to 1, 2, 3, 10, 20 people from 5,000 a month to $500,000 per month. From 5 million per month to 500 million per month. Oh no, you don't think that can happen? You should look. You should check. You should check. Some people think that's too much money. To whom? To the scarcity mindset. Some people think, okay, well, This person is a billionaire. Why do they need more? Why not? Yahweh say be fruitful and multiply. Why not? You say why do they? Why not? If your mind is always on multiplying, you're really not even focusing on the money. So it's like sitting there as a multimillionaire, as a multi-billionaire, as a multi-trillionaire, you're not even thinking about the money. All you're doing is you're multiplying it, not even knowing because you're doing investments. You're like invest in real estate. So, okay, then you have a stock portfolio. Okay, then you have a car collection. It's just stuff is just multiplying. So you're not really looking at your net worth, but you kind of know your net worth. See what I mean? It's like at that point, it's not even about money, it's just doing things and it multiplies because after a certain level, your money just multiply automatically. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in this time. And I think this is what video 17, presentation 17 or 18.